Let's begin with a truth that might shake you a little. If your manifestations aren't working, it's not because the universe isn't listening. It's not because you're unlucky or because you're somehow undeserving of the things you desire. It's because you are out of alignment. Now, hear me out. This isn't about blame or shame. It's about empowerment. Manifestation is a law, just like gravity. The universe always responds to the vibration you're putting out. If you're not seeing results, it means there's something in your vibration, your beliefs, your emotions, your energy that's blocking what you're asking for. And the moment you identify and clear those blocks, the universe will deliver. It's that simple, but it's not always easy. Let's go deeper into this together. I want you to think about something you've been trying to manifest. Maybe it's financial abundance, a loving relationship, better health, or even spiritual clarity. Now be honest with yourself. How does it feel when you think about that desire? Do you feel excited and expansive, or do you feel frustrated, doubtful, or even desperate? This is the first sign of misalignment. If your desire is tied to negative emotions, you're not in the right vibration to receive it. And this brings us to the first reason your manifestations aren't working: resistance.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
Resistance is like static in your energy field. It's the gap between what you want and what you truly believe is possible for you. You might be saying, "I want to manifest more money," but deep down you believe money is hard to come by, or that you're not worthy of wealth. You might want to manifest love, but there's a voice inside you that whispers, "What if I'm not good enough?" These hidden beliefs create resistance, and resistance slows down or completely blocks your manifestations. Now let me ask you something. What beliefs are you holding onto that might be creating resistance? This is a question only you can answer, but I'll tell you this: most resistance comes from fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of stepping outside your comfort zone. The fear might not be obvious, but it's there, lurking beneath the surface, and the only way to overcome it is to bring it into the light. Start paying attention to your thoughts and emotions. When you think about your desire, notice what comes up. Are there doubts, fears, stories you've been telling yourself for years? Write them down. Get curious about them, because once you're aware of the resistance, you can start to release it. Here's something practical you can do right now. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. Imagine your desire in vivid detail. See it, feel it, hear it, as though it's already yours. Now notice, does this visualization feel natural or does it feel forced? If it feels forced, that's resistance. And the way to dissolve resistance is not by forcing yourself to think positive. It's by creating a new perspective, one that aligns with trust, ease, and flow. A perspective that says, what I desire is already on its way to me because I am worthy, and the universe is always working in my favor. This brings us to the second reason your manifestations aren't working: attachment. Attachment is one of the sneakiest blocks, and it's often disguised as focus or determination. You might be thinking about your desire all day, visualizing it, scripting it, doing affirmations. But here's the truth: when you're overly attached, you're actually pushing your desire further away. Why? Because attachment vibrates at the frequency of lack. It says to the universe, "I don't have this yet, and I won't feel happy or complete until I do." And the universe responds by giving you more of that lack. Attachment also creates tension in your energy. It's like holding onto a rope and pulling as hard as you can. The harder you pull, the more resistance you create. Manifestation doesn't work like that. It's not about effort, it's about alignment. It's about trusting that the moment you ask, the universe begins working behind the scenes to bring your desire to you. Your job isn't to micromanage the process, it's to stay in a state of alignment so you can receive. Let me ask you, are you attached to the outcome of your manifestation? Are you constantly checking for signs, wondering why it hasn't happened yet, or doubting whether it ever will? If so, it's time to let go. This doesn't mean giving up on your desire. It means releasing the need for it to happen on your timeline and in your way. It means trusting that the universe knows the perfect time, place, and method to deliver what you've asked for. Here's a mindset shift that can change everything. Instead of focusing on the thing you want, focus on the feeling it will bring you. Ask yourself, why do I want this? Is it because you think it will make you feel free, loved, abundant, or joyful? Now here's the secret. Those feelings are already available to you, right here, right now. When you tap into those feelings, you align with the vibration of your desire, and that's when the magic happens. You're no longer chasing something outside of you. You're embodying it, and the universe matches that energy by bringing your desire to you. The third reason your manifestations aren't working is misalignment with inspired action. A lot of people misunderstand manifestation. They think it's just about thinking positive thoughts and waiting for the universe to deliver. But manifestation is a co-creative process. The universe provides the opportunities, but you have to take the inspired action. And here's the key. It has to be inspired, not action taken out of fear, obligation, or desperation, but action that feels aligned, exciting, and effortless. Let me ask you, are you taking inspired action, or are you waiting for something to magically show up? If you're waiting, it's time to shift. Start asking yourself, what's one small step I can take today that aligns with my desire? The step doesn't have to be big or perfect, it just has to move you closer to the energy of what you want. And here's the beautiful part. When you take inspired action, the universe meets you halfway. It sends you signs, synchronicities, and opportunities that guide you further along the path. Now, let's bring it all together. If your manifestations aren't working, it's not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that there's an opportunity for deeper alignment. It's a call to look within, to identify the resistance, release the attachment, and take inspired action. Remember, the universe is always working in your favor. It's not holding your desires back. It's waiting for you to align with them. Now that we've uncovered the top 3 reasons your manifestations aren't working, resistance, attachment, and lack of inspired action, it's time to break these blocks down and dissolve them completely. Because here's the truth. Manifestation isn't supposed to feel exhausting or frustrating. It's meant to feel natural. It's meant to feel joyful. The process of creating your reality is your birthright, and the universe is always ready to deliver. But first, you have to get out of your own way. Let's start with resistance. Resistance is tricky because it often hides in places you wouldn't think to look. It lives in your subconscious beliefs, your old habits, and the stories you tell yourself. Most of us don't wake up and say, I'm going to resist my desires today. Instead, resistance sneaks in when we're not paying attention. It sounds like, I really want this, but I don't know if it's possible for me. Or, I'll be happy when this finally happens. These thoughts seem innocent, but they're laced with doubt, fear, and lack. They create a vibrational mismatch between where you are and where you want to be. The first step to dissolving resistance is awareness. You can't change what you can't see. So I want you to ask yourself right now, what are the stories I'm telling myself about my desire? Maybe you've been telling yourself that success takes a lot of hard work, that love is difficult to find, or that financial abundance is only for other people. Whatever those stories are, write them down. Don't judge them, just observe. And then ask yourself, are these stories serving me, or are they holding me back? Most of the time, you'll realize they're old, outdated beliefs you've picked up from society, your upbringing, or past experiences. They're not the truth, they're just habits of thought. Once you've identified your resistance, the next step is to replace those limiting beliefs with empowering ones. But here's the key. You don't have to force yourself to believe something completely different overnight. Instead, start with what I call bridge beliefs. These are thoughts that feel better but still believable. For example, instead of saying, "I'll never be financially free," you could say, "I'm open to discovering new ways to create abundance." Instead of saying, "Love isn't for me," you could say, "I'm willing to believe that love is possible for me." These small shifts create momentum, and over time, they rewire your subconscious mind to align with your desires. Now let's move on to attachment. Attachment is one of the hardest blocks to release because it's tied to the very thing you want most. You've probably heard the phrase, "let go and let it flow." But if you're deeply attached to your desire, letting go can feel impossible. So let's reframe what letting go actually means. Letting go doesn't mean you stop wanting your desire. It doesn't mean you give up on it. It means you release the need for it to happen in a specific way or on a specific timeline. It means you trust the universe to deliver it in the best possible way, even if it looks different from what you imagine. Here's a deep question to reflect on. Why are you so attached to this desire? Is it because you believe it will make you happier, more fulfilled, or more worthy? If so, you're giving your power away to something external. You're saying, "I need this to feel complete." But the truth is, you don't. The feelings you think your desire will bring, love, joy, abundance, freedom, are already available to you right now. When you realize this, you take your power back. You stop chasing and you start attracting. One of the most powerful ways to release attachment is to focus on gratitude. Gratitude shifts your energy from lack to abundance. It reminds you that you already have so much to be thankful for, and it opens the door for even more blessings to flow into your life. Every morning, take a few minutes to list the things you're grateful for. And don't just think about them, feel them. Feel the appreciation in your heart. This practice not only raises your vibration, but it also creates a sense of trust and contentment that allows you to let go of attachment. Now let's talk about inspired action. This is where a lot of people get stuck because they confuse action with effort. They think, if I just work harder, push harder, or do more, I'll make it happen. But manifestation doesn't work like that. Inspired action comes from alignment, not force. It's not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things, the things that feel aligned with your desire. When you're in alignment, inspired action feels natural. It feels exciting. It feels like the next logical step. But here's a question to consider. How do you know the difference between inspired action and fear-based action? Fear-based action feels heavy. It feels like obligation, like you're trying to prove something or avoid failure. Inspired action, on the other hand, feels light. It feels like a nudge from your intuition, a spark of creativity, or a moment of clarity. It might not always make logical sense, but it feels right. And when you follow that feeling, you're aligning yourself with the flow of the universe. Here's a practical exercise to help you tap into inspired action. Every morning, after your gratitude practice, take a few minutes to tune into your intuition. Ask yourself, what's one small step I can take today that aligns with my desire? And then trust whatever comes up. It might be something simple, like reaching out to someone, researching an idea, or even just taking a walk to clear your mind. Whatever it is, take that step with trust and curiosity, knowing that it's part of the bigger picture. Now let's tie this all together. Manifestation isn't about forcing the universe to give you what you want. It's about becoming the person who naturally attracts it. It's about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the vibration of your desire. And it's about trusting that the universe is always working behind the scenes to bring you exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. So if your manifestations haven't been working, don't get discouraged. Instead, see it as an invitation to go deeper, to identify and release resistance, to let go of attachment, to take inspired action, and most importantly, to trust the process. Because the moment you align with your desire, the universe will match that energy. It's not a question of if, it's only a question of when. Now that we've explored the main blocks to manifestation, resistance, attachment, and lack of inspired action, it's time to focus on one of the most foundational aspects of the process, your vibration. Everything in the universe operates on frequency. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every action you take emits a vibrational signal. The law of attraction is simple. Like attracts like. Your vibration determines what you attract into your life. If you're vibrating at the frequency of abundance, you attract abundance. If you're vibrating at the frequency of fear or lack, you attract more of the same. So the question is, how do you consciously raise your vibration and keep it aligned with the reality you want to create? But before we dive into the how, let's get to the root of this. Why is your vibration so important? Because the universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your energy. You can say affirmations all day long, but if your underlying energy is one of doubt, stress, or frustration, those affirmations won't work. The universe doesn't hear, "I want more money." It hears the energy behind the words, "I don't have enough." Similarly, you might visualize your dream relationship, but if you're vibrating with feelings of loneliness or unworthiness, the universe will reflect those feelings back to you. This is why raising your vibration isn't just helpful, it's essential. Let's start with the most practical way to elevate your energy, your emotional state. Your emotions are your compass. They tell you whether you're in alignment with your desires or not. When you feel joy, gratitude, love, and excitement, you're in a high vibrational state. When you feel fear, anger, frustration, or doubt, your vibration drops. The key is to consciously choose emotions that align with the reality you want to create. But let me ask you this. How often do you let your external circumstances dictate your emotions? Most people do. They feel good when things go well and bad when things go wrong. But this reactive way of living keeps you stuck in a loop. To raise your vibration, you have to take control of your emotions instead of letting them control you. One of the simplest ways to do this is through gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrational states you can embody. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already abundant in your life. When you're grateful, you're telling the universe, "I already have so much and I'm open to receiving even more." And the universe responds by giving you more to be grateful for. Here's a practical exercise. Every night before you go to bed, Write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. Sometimes the smallest things, like the warmth of the sun or the kindness of a stranger, can have the biggest impact. The more you practice gratitude, the more natural it becomes, and the higher your vibration will rise. But emotions aren't the only factor in your vibration. Your thoughts play a massive role as well. Thoughts are like seeds. Every thought you think plants a seed in the garden of your life. Positive, empowering thoughts plant seeds of abundance, love, and joy. Negative, limiting thoughts plant seeds of lack, fear, and struggle. And here's the thing, the seeds you water are the ones that grow. Let me ask you, what seeds are you watering right now? Are you feeding thoughts of possibility and expansion, or are you stuck in cycles of doubt and worry? Becoming aware of your thought patterns is the first step to shifting them. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, don't judge yourself. Judgment just adds more resistance. Instead, gently redirect your focus. Ask yourself, what's a better feeling thought I can choose right now? For example, if you're thinking, this will never work out, you can shift to, I'm open to the possibility that things can work out in ways I can't yet see. It's not about forcing yourself to think positively all the time. It's about creating momentum toward thoughts that feel better and align with your highest vibration. Another powerful way to raise your vibration is through your body. Your physical state and your energy are deeply connected. When your body feels sluggish, your vibration drops. When your body feels energized and alive, your vibration rises. This is why movement is so important. You don't have to do intense workouts or spend hours at the gym. Simply moving your body in ways that feel good can have a profound impact on your energy. Dance, stretch, walk in nature, do yoga, whatever brings you joy and reconnects you with your body. Movement releases stagnant energy and raises your vibration effortlessly. Speaking of nature, let's talk about the power of connecting with the natural world. Nature operates at a pure high frequency. When you spend time in nature, you naturally attune to its vibration. Have you ever noticed how calm and grounded you feel after walking through a forest, sitting by the ocean, or lying under the stars? That's because nature reminds you of your true essence. It strips away the noise of the modern world and brings you back to the present moment. If your vibration feels low, step outside. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Breathe in the fresh air. Let the beauty and peace of nature recalibrate your energy. Now let's talk about one of the most overlooked aspects of raising your vibration, your environment. The spaces you inhabit have a huge impact on your energy. If your home or workspace feels cluttered, chaotic, or uninspiring, it can drag your vibration down. On the other hand, a clean, organized, and uplifting environment can elevate your energy instantly. Take a look around you right now. Ask yourself, does my environment reflect the energy I want to embody? If not, it's time to make some changes. Declutter. Add elements that inspire you, like plants, candles, or artwork. Create a space that feels like a sanctuary, a space that supports your highest vibration. But even with all these tools, life will challenge you. There will be moments when you feel low, when circumstances test your alignment, and when it feels hard to stay in a high vibrational state. And that's okay, you're human. The goal isn't to be high vibe 24/7 all the time. That's unrealistic. The goal is to become aware of when your vibration dips and to have the tools to bring yourself back into alignment. So let me ask you, what's your go-to practice for raising your vibration when life gets tough? If you don't have one yet, it's time to create one. Maybe it's meditation, maybe it's listening to music that uplifts your soul, Maybe it's calling a friend who inspires you. Whatever it is, make it a priority. Because the more you practice shifting your energy, the easier it becomes. Here's the ultimate truth. Your vibration is your responsibility. No one else can change it for you. The universe will always reflect back the energy you're putting out. So if you're serious about manifesting your desires, commit to raising and maintaining your vibration, not just for the sake of your manifestations, but because it feels good, because joy, love, and peace are your natural state. When you align with those feelings, you're not just manifesting, but you're transforming your life. You are living in harmony with the flow of the universe. Now that we've explored the mechanics of raising your vibration and dissolving resistance, let's dive into the ultimate secret to becoming a master manifester, living in alignment with your highest self. Because here's the deepest truth about manifestation. It's not just about getting the things you want. It's about becoming the person who naturally attracts those things. Manifestation isn't about chasing outcomes. It's about embodying the energy of your desires so fully that they have no choice but to flow into your reality. And to do that, you need to step into alignment with the version of you who already has everything you're asking for. So, let me ask you something. Who is the version of you that already has your desire? Not just what they have, but who they are. How do they think? How do they feel? How do they show up in the world? Most people think they'll become that version of themselves after they get what they want. But that's backward. The secret is to embody that version of yourself now. When you do, you collapse the timeline between where you are and where you want to be. You stop waiting for your desires to manifest and start living as though they already have. And when you do that, the universe responds by making it your reality. Here's a practical exercise to help you step into this energy. Every morning, take a few minutes to close your eyes and visualize your highest self. See them in vivid detail. What kind of energy do they radiate? How do they carry themselves? What choices do they make? Now ask yourself, what can I do today to embody that version of me? It doesn't have to be a big change. Maybe it's standing taller, speaking with more confidence, or making one aligned decision. The more you practice this, the more you'll begin to become that version of you, and when you become, you attract. But here's a key insight. Living in alignment with your highest self isn't just about what you do, it's about how you feel. Your emotions are the gateway to your vibration, and your vibration is the gateway to manifestation. So, if you want to live in alignment, you need to prioritize feeling good. This doesn't mean you ignore negative emotions or force yourself to be happy all the time. It means you intentionally choose thoughts, actions, and experiences that bring you joy and peace. Let me ask you, what makes you feel most alive? Is it spending time in nature, creating something, connecting with loved ones, or simply being still? Whatever it is, make it a non-negotiable part of your life. When you prioritize joy, you raise your vibration naturally. You align with the frequency of your desires, and manifestation becomes effortless. Remember, the universe doesn't want you to struggle or sacrifice to create your dreams. It wants you to thrive, and joy is your compass. Now, let's talk about faith. Faith is the glue that holds the manifestation process together. It's the unwavering belief that what you've asked for is already yours, even when you can't see it yet. But faith isn't just about believing in the universe, it's about believing in yourself. It's about trusting that you are worthy of your desires and that you have the power to co-create them. So let me ask you, do you truly believe in your own power? If not, why? What stories or doubts are holding you back from fully trusting yourself? Here's the thing about faith. It's not something you wait to feel, it's something you choose. You choose to believe in your power, you choose to trust the process, and you choose to stay aligned, even when things don't seem to be working out. This is where most people give up. They ask for something, but when it doesn't show up right away, they start doubting, worrying, or trying to force things to happen. But manifestation requires patience. Sometimes the universe has to rearrange things behind the scenes to bring your desire to you in the best possible way. Your job isn't to figure out how or when, it's to stay aligned and trust that it's already on its way. One of the best ways to strengthen your faith is through signs and synchronicities. The universe is always communicating with you, but most people aren't tuned in enough to notice. Start paying attention to the subtle signs around you. It might be a repeating number, a song lyric, or a chance encounter that feels meaningful. When you notice these signs, take them as confirmation that you're on the right path. They're the universe's way of saying, stay the course. I'm working on it. But here's the ultimate secret. The highest level of manifestation mastery is surrender. This doesn't mean giving up on your desires. It means releasing your attachment to them. It means saying, I trust that whatever happens is for my highest good, even if it doesn't look the way I expected. Surrender is the purest form of faith. It's the moment you stop resisting, stop doubting, and allow the universe to work through you. And when you surrender, miracles happen. You are the creator of your reality. You are a vibrational being in a vibrational universe. And when you align with your highest self, when you embody the energy of love, joy, and abundance, there's nothing you can't manifest. So go out and live in alignment. Trust the process and watch as the universe delivers more than you ever thought possible.